Hello everybody, we are Javier and Laura and we are going to make a case analysis about Lego Company. First of all, we will make a deep problem analysis to later on develop a new strategy for the future years with an implementation plan. We will start with an overview of the background and the future challenges of the company. In the past years, Lego suffered a big crisis, but now it has overcome it and the company finds itself in a healthy and strong financial position, with 10,400 workers and an increase in their market share to 8.6%. With this data, the company wants to keep up performance and growth, as well as staying close to the roots. For the following years, in the case study, we have identified several challenges. One of them is that Asia and South America are two markets that require more investing. They also need to manage all the needed resources to cope with this growing tendency. Also, the female market has had good acceptance and the company must decide how to manage this sector. Moreover, Hasbro and Mattel, their enemies, are making alliances, so they need to know if responding to this attack or not. Also, the digital world continues to be a challenge. As a result, the company must be able to cope with all these challenges, as well as keeping the growth and profitability. In order to reach the best solution, we will make a deep analysis of the company in the following pages.
First of all, we are going to present the external analysis. So, in order to understand the organization environment, the pastel analysis will show us the factors that will impact it. From a political point of view, Lego is affected by the political situation in the different countries where it has presence. Some nations like US have regulations for promoting safer toys for kids. As well, the European Union has regulated that all members have to comply with toy safety directives. Talking about economic factors, in 2009, a global financial crisis occurred and this crisis caused almost all big markets dipped. This financial crisis is still affecting us. From a sociocultural point of view, children are growing up more rapidly and younger people are taking up technological toys and spending their time playing video games. A low fertility rate problem is concerning the whole industry too. However, does not necessarily translate into lower sales because parents increase the spending power towards their children. Technologically, we could say that we live in a digital world where the internet has gained a principal position. However, internet can become an important advantage to strengthen relations with customers. Innovation is another aspect to highlight as companies invest large capital amounts to R&D departments. The new 3D printing technology could also impact in the toys industry. Talking about environmental factors, in the current times where we are more aware of the problems that climate change brings, more people are looking for green products that are respectful with the environment. As Lego products are made of plastic, the company has immense pressure to make environment-friendly toys in order to adjust to green policies. Finally, from a legal view, Lego has its own patents and innovation as well as important information that must be protected by intellectual property laws. Also, by implementing safety standards, the company gives proper conditions to workers. Now, we are going to talk about the competitive environment analysis. We should know that the major competitors of Lego are Hasbro and Mattel. These three companies are worldwide leaders for traditional toys and games and control a total of 31.4% of the market in 2012. Let's start with a review of Hasbro. It has well-known core brands such as Play School, Transformers, My Little Pony. The main weaknesses are related to financial sector and low investments in R&D, while Hasbro has important strengths in the product's development and creativity, which allows the company to have success in new markets. Hasbro achieved this advantage focusing on the brand portfolio, creating and acquiring new brands, as well as building relationships with important groups like Disney. In this context, Hasbro ended 2012 with $4.29 million in sales. Let's continue now with Mattel, which, as we can see, had higher sales than Hasbro. The company is located at the top of the toy industry, offering a wide range of products and owning prestigious brands as Barbie, Hot Wheels, Fisher Price, even though it has weaknesses such as high prices, non educative games, and lack of licenses. Mattel has a big amount of strengths, from innovative and quality products to being the biggest toy company. They have achieved it signing trade agreements for the export of its products and having a high level of consumer loyalty. Taking this data into account, Lego's revenue in 2012 was still higher than Hasbro and Mattel, as studies and statistics show.
Now we come to the last part of the external analysis, where we will make the 5 forces framework, which is very useful to adjust the strategy according to the competitive environment. We can see that the threat of entry is low, because the toy market requires high levels of innovation and large capital investment. The bargaining power of suppliers is also low, because the numbers of suppliers is really high and they provide a standardized and less differentiated product. Also, the bargaining power of buyers we found that is moderate because Lego products are highly differentiated and enjoy market position. Also, the threat of substitutes is moderate because Lego has a strong substitute that can harm the company with similar toys. Finally, the competitive rivalry is also very high because Lego has strong competitors like Mattel and Hasbro that are making alliances between them. We also have to talk about the last year trends. We can find one important trend that is the preference for children to use technological tools like smartphones or platforms like PlayStation. The global toy market is also evolving into technological toys and digital games. Also, there is a glowing formula that is the one of fictional character licenses. Finally, there is another strong trend that will affect Lego, that is the online shopping. The first model we include in the internal analysis is SWOT, which is a key tool for the development of our future strategy. In the strengths, we find that Lego is an iconic brand that has high quality standards, a huge raw materials knowledge, and very good product design creativity. Also, its efficient supply chain, the high quality of customer satisfaction, and the strong financial position are excellent strengths. On the other side, the weaknesses are high pricing, not being strong in digital products, and dependence on physical channels, as we saw in the trends that online selling is becoming very important. Also, it's a highly seasonal market and easy to replicate, as we saw in Porter. We also find some valuable opportunities, like the possibility to strengthen fidelity and the high global demand for toys, the success in female market and South America and Asia as potential markets. The introduction of digital products and marketing in social networks are very good opportunities too. In the future, we will have all of this into account for the new strategic plan. Finally, we have some threats like the digital era or the competitors making alliances, as we explained in the competitive environment. Also, the low cost limitations explained in the Porter 5 forces or the changing customer choices, as we saw in the pestle analysis.
Continuing with the internal analysis, the VRIO analysis shows us that the Lego Group has factors that enable it to gain a long-term competitive advantage, such as the brand reputation, quality raw materials, and creativity, among others. The company must focus on these capabilities and strengthen them in order to compete in the market. However, LEGO should avoid wasting time reinforcing factors like shared vision and efficient management. According to the model of value chain, we need to notice that LEGO tried to outsource its production of the bricks in order to save costs, but this was a mistake, due to the management of the value chain is one of the strengths of the company. As we can see in the chart, first of all, they receive the raw materials. Then the molding and decoration of the bricks takes place while the quality is controlled. Later on, packaging and classification process come into play. These activities belong to the inbound logistics and operations. For LEGO, it is important to have strong relationships with suppliers, high quality inputs, and quality standards. Moving along the value chain, the next step is about outbound logistics. When the product is ready to warehouse and transported to the stores where it will be marketed. That's why LEGO has to work closely with retailers. Referring to the marketing, the company has an highly successful portfolio and differentiation. Nevertheless, the value chain does not end there. The LEGO Group offers customer service and the possibility to interact on the web after purchasing a product. Everything is supported by technology development and effective human resource management and consistency of the firm's infrastructure. Now we come to the strategic analysis whose purpose is to create competence, synergy, and value creation so as to attain vision and mission. An organization can read its destiny, which is, in this case, globalize and innovate the LEGO system in play, only if it can create value for the firm and its stakeholders, having the mission into account, inspire and develop the builders of tomorrow. In addition, in 2008, the company defined four key promises to its main stakeholders. Now and in the future, this set the direction for everything LEGO Group does when it comes to its sustainability efforts and business in general. According to the LEGO Group's promises, some stakeholders are more affected by their activities than others. Play promise is related to children. People promise is associated to employees. Partner promise is bound to partners. And finally, planet promise is related to local communities. Everything LEGO does is based on the company philosophy. Only the best is good enough. So they will continue to set ambitious goals and the results leave no room for complacency. As well, values inspire each step they take. The most important ones are imagination, creativity, fun, learning, caring, and quality. The most significant of the corporate level is the Ansoff matrix. It shows that the LEGO is developing the four strategies. First of all, related to market penetration, LEGO has been working hard on promotion to build sales of the basic LEGO product. From a product development view, LEGO tying with film franchises like Harry Potter, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and Pirates of the Caribbean inter alia. Talking about market development, LEGO has tried with LEGO Friends. Finally, the riskiest one, diversification. LEGO has stumbled at least twice. First was a costly move into theme parks from which the company has retreated. Then, the online multiplayer LEGO Universe game has just quickly been folded too. But elsewhere, LEGO has found success with Nintendo DS, PC, and console games. Now, in order to the product life cycle, LEGO aims to minimize carbon dioxide emissions and reduce environmental impact. Moving to international strategy, LEGO is a company that has presence in the five continents. However, the company has several challenges on South America or Asia, where they have low significance. LEGO has currently offices in 29 countries because its products don't need local adaptation. The overall international strategy has two criteria: global integration and local adaptation. These two factors generate four types of strategies that internationally operating businesses can pursue: multi-domestic, global, standardization, transnational, and international strategies. In LEGO, we can find high global integration and low local responsiveness, generating a global or standardization strategy. LEGO's standardization strategy means that they treat the whole world as one market with little meaningful variation. The assumption is that one product can meet the needs of people everywhere. This type of strategy is efficient due to centralization of many common activities like product design and gains scale economies in manufacturing.
The financial analysis is fundamental to achieve a total knowledge of the company's situation. In 2012, the LEGO Group continued its strong growth of recent years. Their market share increased to 8.6% and their sales in at 25%. They are currently employing 10,400 workers. The analysis was performed by auditing the balance sheet and the consolidated income statement, which you can find in the link included in the slide. As we can see, the equity increased by 41%, the assets by 26%, and the working capital shows a very positive result since the company can be financed in the short term. Looking at the consolidated income statement, the results are highly satisfactory. The LEGO Group's revenue increased by 25% and their profit amounted to 5,600 euros. The very positive results are related to the continued successful innovation of the product portfolio. New products have made up approximately the 60% of total sales. To end the analysis section, we perform the second part of the financial analysis by making the financial ratios. You can see the results in the screen. After analyzing them carefully, we concluded that the company is in a healthy situation with enough solvency, liquidity, and profitability in the long term. Liquidity is managed centrally, and is to ensure that at any given time, sufficient financial resources are available. The company has strong growth and an overall healthy situation. LEGO is strong and in good conditions to start new investments and future projects to overcome the challenges that we will approach as we explain the new strategic plan in the following slides. This is the end of the analysis, and now we will start to explain and develop the new strategy with its implementation plan.
Once analyzed the different aspects of LEGO company with all the previous frameworks, we have developed a strategy to solve the problems and move towards a brighter future. The good numbers and healthy state of LEGO is just the result of hard-working years and an executive attention on the key problems of the company. But the good results should not confuse us because we have to keep working hard to reach even better results. The market is still growing. There are new fascinating trends that we could take advantage of, and the LEGO brand is known nearly in every corner on Earth. Moreover, some crucial challenges have appeared, and we have to tackle them, defining ambitious objectives and goals. Looking at the analysis, specifically to the SWOT and VRIO1s, we have concluded that the company has several competitive advantages in its brand name, LEGO bricks, and quality products. These are strengths as well as opportunities that the company has to pursue and strengths. Those are a result of the broad differentiation strategy that LEGO has been implementing in the past, which has taken the company where it is now. This is an attractive strategy because human necessities are too diverse to be fully satisfied by a standardized product offering. As a result, the consultant team agrees that the company has to continue with this differentiation strategy and keep growing into new markets and new target segments. To achieve it, we commonly recommend that the company follows these guidelines and strategic themes in order to achieve the results that the shareholders require. Here we present the strategy. The ambitious vision of the strategy is have a worldwide presence and be the leading brand in the sector. The mission, which leads all the strategy, is about innovating in the education of children while we take care of the planet. And specifically, the plan is to increase market share and become the first toy company in the world by 2015. We have chosen four themes to achieve new targets. These themes are product innovation, sustainability and corporate social responsibility, respond to competitors' alliances, and geographical growth.
Continuing with the scorecard, we made the strategic map. First of all, we start with the learning and growth objectives, where we focus on the human resources, promoting the business culture, the teamwork, and the creativity to improve the staff satisfaction and their skills and knowledge. Later, it comes the internal perspective, which is divided into our four strategic themes, and we propose some objectives like the digital product development, the innovative processes, the improved supply chain, or to make strategic alliances. That brings us the customer value proposition, where we pay special attention to the high quality, the availability and variety, the improved customer fidelity, the service, or to create the strong brand image. All of that brings the financial objectives, like increasing the sales and profit, the improved cost structure, the leading brand, or improving market share, which will help us to find the big objective of long-term shareholder value. This is our strategic map, and now we will continue by making our operational plans.
Continuing with the balance scorecard, each perspective is divided into more concrete objectives and plans in relation to each theme. According to learning and growth objectives, LEGO needs to focus on developing new safety policies, implement innovation, and improve creativity to have presence in the new digital era. Moreover, the group needs to increase renewable energy from a sustainability view. Consequently, we recommend hiring a new employees, at least 3,000, who are going to be monitored monthly through satisfaction surveys as we have determined in the key performance indicators. In the same way, LEGO should control productivity and innovation levels, which must grow more than 85% and 45% respectively. The second perspective is about internal processes objectives, which will drive performance of the company and will make it possible to deliver LEGO's customer and finance objectives. Invest in wine capacity will help LEGO to develop the sustainability strategic theme, create new digital games, promote LEGO Olympics, or invest in female market should cover innovation theme. In addition, the group will fight against competitors working on alliances with Disney and Marvel. In order to achieve these goals, we will need a large budget. If LEGO follows the right steps, it will have finished the wine park by 2015, as well as 500 new schools will participate in LEGO Olympics. Moreover, LEGO will be able to increase female market rate by 30%.
After the explanations of my colleague Laura, now we want to explain the customer objectives according to the operational plans and the strategic themes. For example, we want to make marketing of sustainable and philanthropic initiatives as a part of the sustainability theme. We also want to expand sales to South America and Asia, which is linked to the geographical growth strategic theme. And we want to launch new products related to film characters, as well as developing social networks. All of them will create a better value proposition against our competitors, which will achieve our respond to competitors strategic theme. All these operational plans are linked to a budget and to a key performance indicator with a target. For example, in the key performance indicators, we want to increase the number of new followers as a key tool to get new customers and market niches. We want to show an example of a video on Instagram on how we would like to develop this operational plan on our social networks. Now we put it on. As a final part of the balanced scorecard, we want to explain the financial objectives and some of its operational plans. For example, we want to simplify financial plan, make a shareholder satisfaction survey and a new investor plan. Also, making a new energy saving program which is linked to our sustainable development strategic theme. All of them have their own budget and some key performance indicators, like the net profit, the cost efficiency index, the market share, or the operating cost. If everything goes as we planned at the beginning, we will increase our net profit in a 30%, our market share in a 13.5%, and the operating cost will be reduced 10% each year. Finally, with this, we end the explanation of our strategy and we turn to explain the implementation plan in the following slides.
Following a differentiation strategy, the risks include the fact that the price differential between low-cost product and the differentiated firm's product may be too high for the customer. Additionally, customer tastes or needs may change, which can result in customers no longer valuing the features used to differentiate the product. Moreover, focusing in each theme, an innovation only confers a competitive advantage if competitors are not able to replicate it in their own businesses. One danger is that innovative company makes the initial investments and takes all the risk. In addition, uncertain commercial returns must be considered. Sustainability targets increase difficulty of raw material procurement due to climate changes in production regions or resource-related disputes. The competitor's strategic theme might have risks as well. We have developed a plan to make Lego a leading brand, but maybe the competitors' alliances are so successful that they grow exponentially and steal Lego's market share. Finally, respect to the geographical growth strategy, we could also find certain risks, such as big investments, non acceptance of the products by these new markets due to the high prices, or maybe different preferences.
After the explanation of the risk analysis, we come to the total budget, which we would recommend to be 1 billion euros. That is enough money to cover up all the possible contingencies and risks that may appear, as well as all the operational plans. Our recommendation related to the financing is that according to the ratios and the financial analysis that we have previously performed, it is ensured that at any given time, sufficient financial resources are available to develop the strategy. Lego is healthy and will be able to approach high cost. However, let us recommend not to decline to ask for a loan if the company incurs in unforeseen cost in the following years. Finally, the strategy must be controlled by the managers to ensure that everything is being performed in the correct way. To make this possible, we recommend some periodic reports every 3 months made by the operational and business level managers. Also, to make continuous supervision of the employee stats and performance by the operational level managers. Finally, we also propose the evaluation mechanisms from the superior managers to their subordinates and their employees. Now we will go to the last part of our analysis, that is the responsibility assignment. To successfully execute the strategy, the several objectives and strategic themes must be allocated through the company's employees and managers. This last part of the implementation plan is very important to ensure the correct implementation of the strategy. In the corporate level, we find the CEO and the corporate compliance, that they will pay special attention to the general strategy execution, the vision, the mission, and the strategic themes. They will coordinate the departmental managers and make sure that the corporate culture and work climate are compatible with the chosen strategy. In the business level, we find the departmental managers. They will be in charge of their corresponding strategic themes, and they will control and supervise the execution of the strategy realized by the operational level. The big three departments are the business enabling, that takes response to competitors, the operations, that takes sustainability, and marketing, which has innovation and geographical growth strategic themes. Finally, we have the operational level, where we find the middle and first line managers. They take the responsibility of the execution of the operational plans, the strategic objectives, the financial, customer, internal, and learning growth objectives of the strategic map, and the balance scorecard.
This is the strategy that we recommend LEGO Group to follow after an exhaustive analysis. Knowing the problems of the company and taking into account the new challenges of the future, LEGO will be able to grow if it follows these guidelines. Thank you very much for your attention.